First, let's get a broader view of Israel's role in the AI revolution. I spoke to the CEO of Israel Tech, Yoel Israel, earlier, and here's what he had to say.
Yeah, well, when it comes to AI and tech, and particularly in Israel, what's important to understand is that we don't differentiate or segment AI as its own sector industry. We maybe would have traditionally thought of biotech, cybersecurity, fintech, et cetera, and we may put these in different buckets, and often they may have overlap. When it comes to AI, we shouldn't put it in its own bucket. We should think that AI is what everything else is built on top of, in a sense. So all technology companies going forward, in order for them to succeed, they're going to have to be built on AI. So they may first and foremost be an AI company. So even if, let's say, it is a fintech company and the solutions are related to fintech and finance, will now, going forward, be built on AI. So it is the basis of everything.
All right. I think that's a good thing for our viewers to know, because when we think of the Israeli tech industry, you think of either fintech or blue tech or deep tech or soft tech, or there's so many techs, but everything is AI-based, basically. That's what you're saying.
Correct. Yes, correct. And so basically it's layered on top. So it's no longer that you are, let's say, a cybersecurity company that uses AI, right? And you see a lot of this on smaller companies, not necessarily high technology companies, where they say, we do AI, and they kind of like add it onto their old model. Real technology companies, especially that are being built here in Israel, they're first and foremost being built on AI, and then the solutions and the industries that they solve for is built on top of that.
Right. So it's almost easier if you're like a newer company than an older company, because then you start out with AI instead of going from engineering to AI, basically.
Well, this is one of the advantages of being young, right? So maybe I turn 40 next month. One of the challenges is that we always talk about when you get older, how do you stay connected to the technology and to stay relevant? This is also a problem for companies. So you may have built and have a lot of investment, let's say, and you've invested that investment, but now that investment value may have gone down because it may only be a fraction of what it would cost today in order to develop a certain technology with AI that you didn't before. So if you're starting a startup now, it must be AI first. That way, not just you can grow faster and also become more profitable faster, but also what it means is that you have a huge advantage over legacy companies. They need to find a way to quickly adapt their technology that also includes a lot of their talent, may not be as relevant in order to be able to compete in the future of tech.
But what does it mean for us specifically when we look at us being 60 years old in, I don't want to say when, but when we're older, because we also need to start learning AI then. If everything is going to be based on AI, what's it going to look like for us?
Well, I don't think it's such great news. It's going to be hard, right? So I'll be honest. It's going to be an uphill climb. Staying on top of technology, new trends and new things is difficult. I mean, I see my 14 and 9-year-old daughter play with phones and tablets, and they don't even have smartphones really on their own, and they're already able to navigate and use parts of my phone that I'm not even aware of, right? And so that is a challenge that we're going to have. What I think we need to do is have conversations and work AI into the regular culture. Just like we may think of that, in order for us to be able to advance in your career going forward, for most professions that have to do, let's say, that aren't domestic only, you need to know English. The same thing is you need to understand AI. May not need to know it extremely technical. We're not talking about necessarily being an engineer or developer, but we are talking about being able to use the tools, talk the talk, and when people are talking about AI, you can understand what they're talking about. Just like in your unique industry, when people are speaking in English, you need to understand what they're saying too.
Yoel Israel, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, i24. Thank you, Lynn.